Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is your girl Shay P, and thank you guys so much for being here. So, can I just say this? Okay, it is February, and the last thing that I posted on my YouTube channel was on New Year's Day. I posted my Christmas vlog. I have been completely off the grid for the entire month of January and the entire first week of February. But I am back, and with that, I want to wish you guys all a very happy New Year's. Happy 2024. I wanted to just kind of take a second and tell you guys about where I've been, why I took the time off that I did, because it was not pre-planned at all, and also just kind of let you guys know what to expect from me this year, and just to kind of unpack a little bit. So I did pour me some non-alcoholic champagne. I have my heating blanket right here on my legs because I just want this to be a conversation from friend to friend, sis to sis. So without further ado, I will not be before you guys long. Let's get into it. All right, you guys, so let's just jump right into it. Shayvember, which was back in November, I decided to do a posting challenge where I would post a vlog every day for the entire month, which was 30 days, 30 vlogs. I decided to challenge myself to this for a couple of reasons. I was struggling with the consistency of YouTube, and I knew that if I verbally said what I was doing, I would have to hold myself accountable for that. I also knew that I did not want to do Vlogmas at all because I'm just not very Christmas-esque. Like, that's not my holiday for real. I'm a Thanksgiving girl. And so I was like, let's just do it. Like, it's going to hold you accountable. It's going to get you comfortable with taking your camera out with you every day. It'll make you try new things. Like, I just wanted to kind of challenge myself. And also I had that subscriber goal of 500, and I knew that if I could create some consistency, it would throw me in an algorithm. I would start getting more views, which prayerfully would turn into subscribers and whatnot. So I decided to do Shayvember, but I want y'all to understand I have a 9-to-5. I'm a full-time employee, and vlogging, editing, and uploading every day quickly became very taskful, and I was really tired. Like, I was getting maybe 3 to 6 hours of sleep a night. But I just wanted to push myself because I knew that I set this goal for a reason, and I want to focus on that. Like, you can do it. I then realized too with Vlogmas, a lot of people who participate in Vlogmas only vlog for the first 25 days of December. They don't vlog for the full 31 days. So I missed about 3 days in November, but I didn't really trip about that because, again, I'm working full time. I'm editing, recording, and uploading on Saturdays and Sundays. So I'm like, girl, you missed 3 days out of 26. That is great. Like, give yourself some grace. And by the end of the month, I was tired, boss. Okay? Miss Mamas was tired. And also with Thanksgiving, again, that being my favorite holiday, I was kind of looking forward to it, but then I also just mentally was drained from the challenge. But like, after having such a rough year and so many changes this year, the holidays just didn't feel like the holidays for real. And so I decided to cook. I created a small menu just for me. And I had 2 friends who were in healthcare that had to work, so they didn't go home. I invited them over, so they came to see me when they got off work. And we just vibed out. We had some girl talk. And that was pretty much it. I made their to-go plates when they decided to go home, and then they left, and I spent the rest of the evening by myself. I cleaned up, took a shower, and just relaxed for the rest of the night. For me, holidays I've never like spent them alone until this year. And so I realized, like, I don't really like this. So next year, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll travel, or maybe some things will kind of look up and be different next year. I'm extremely hopeful. But that's how the Thanksgiving holidays went. But I would not be honest on this app if I didn't tell y'all that I was kind of sad on Thanksgiving. Again, that's my favorite holiday. I love to cook. That is one of my love languages. I love food. I'm a foodie. I love to cook for people that I'm that I love, that are special to me. That's my way of showing my adoration and my respect for you. I love trying new recipes, and I love the communion around the holidays, where with Thanksgiving in my family, you know, we cook, we play games, we play card games, we watch football. You know, everybody's just kind of in a shared space. I'm with loved ones, and we're just enjoying each other, making mocktails, cocktails, and stuff. And it just wasn't like that this year. I had decided to spend it the way that I did because mentally, I was kind of starting to really feel like the holidays was kind of sitting on me this year. And I didn't want to go over to a friend's house to act like I was okay. You know, if I in a moment needed to cry or just didn't want to be around anybody, I wanted that, you know, I wanted that space for me and not to bring that energy to anyone's home. That's the worst thing that you can do, is walk into somebody's house with some stinky energy, okay? And so I just decided to just hang back and do something at home on my own terms when I felt like it and whatnot. And that's what I chose. So after the challenge, I took some time off from vlogging just so I can just, you know, put my camera down and just kind of just sit with myself. And then quickly came Christmas. Christmas Day, I spent Christmas all by myself. Now, my hometown is about 3 hours away. I had to work the day after Christmas, so I kind of had told myself I wasn't going to go home. I went to Christmas Eve, beautiful service. I actually got rededicated that day, and I joined that church as well. And then they scheduled my baptism for January 7th, and we'll get into that in just a second. But Christmas Day was very quiet. It was very slow. I started my day off that morning at about 10:30, 11 with a bubble bath. I'm realizing that I correlate bubble baths with, it's like a calming mechanism for me. Like if I'm overwhelmed, a little stressed out, like I'll just take a bubble bath. So I take bubble baths often. And so I took a bubble bath that morning, and afterwards I took my time. I started taking my food out. I made myself Christmas dinner, cleaned up afterwards. It was so quiet. I was playing jazz music, Christmas jazz, Christmas R&B. It was cool. I talked to a few family members, a few friends, and that was it. But by nightfall, I don't know if it was because the sun had set. The day was gloomy also, but I don't know if it was because the sun had set, but I just had this overwhelming bout of like sadness. I was extremely like just sad, and I was lonely, and I'm getting emotional right now thinking about it because like I said, I never experienced that before. And I'm like, I don't want to experience this again. Like maybe next year I'll travel, or like I said, my life, things will just be different for me. But the holiday season really, it was a lot for me this year. So naturally, when New Year's Day came about, I wasn't in grind mode. I wasn't ready to go to the gym and hit the ground running and all that stuff, you guys. I emotionally and physically, I was drained between November and December. And so ironically, and I want to show you this really quick. I'm going to pop it up right here so you guys can see it. But there was a meme that came across my Instagram just before the New Year's. And I think it was, I'm confident it was meant for me to see it. Let me show you really quick. So it says, a reminder that capitalism is going to ask you to set New Year's resolutions and start Q1 strong, but your body is going to ask you to mimic nature and embrace a slower, more reflective pace. Honor your seasons. And I so desperately wanted to go into January 1 hitting the ground running. I had it written down in my journal about YouTube, my expectations for it. My goal was to post 2 to 3 vlogs a week, or at least videos a week. It was in all caps and it was highlighted. And when New Year's Day came, I went to church. I stopped by a friend's house that was in the area, and I came home and I was tired. I feel as though the holiday seasons had such an impact on me that I needed to rest. I was genuinely just tired. I got baptized on January 7th. most beautiful experience ever. I can't make this up. When I came up out of the water, and I'll put something right here for you guys too, literally I just had so much peace, and I was just so optimistic and so hopeful, and I still am. Like, it was time. I felt like I was exactly where I was supposed to be. Some of my close friends came to see me. I cried like a baby when I spotted them in the audience. Like, it was just time. And I feel like going back into my year last year, I did a fast in August that completely transformed my life. And I'm going to talk about that more in a separate video. But I was drawn back into my relationship with God. And now that is my priority. He is the first person I talk to when I wake up in the morning, and the last person I talk to before I go to bed at night. And my goal is to continue to draw closer to him, to know his voice, recognize his voice, listen for his voice first before anything else. And yeah, I'm excited for it. My goal, like I said, is just to show up for him, you know? And I'm very excited. Now, I'm not perfect by a long shot, okay? And I don't get on these apps and act like I am at all. I am learning every single day, and I will forever be a student. I am very excited though, and I want you guys to know that he is so good. He is so good. You know, you open up your heart and you open up your mind, you will literally change your life. So yeah, that's what happened on January 7th. I got baptized. Make sure that you guys do follow me on Instagram _ShayP. There is, it's a reel that I created so that you guys can see that experience. But yeah, and I realized that, you know, God saw me proclaim my love for him and my commitment to him, but so did the devil. And I'm in my head like, yo, like, what is going on? Shortly after the baptism, maybe a few days after, not even days, about a week after, I got a call that my brother was involved in a really, 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 really bad car accident. By God's grace and his mercy, he's expected to make a full recovery, but that completely scared me and my family, for sure. And, you know, I'm like, we're not doing this year. Like, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I can't, we're not doing that. So it's just been a few things. January was a very long year. All 65 days of January. I feel like I've been helping my brother out, making sure he's taken care of and that he's straight. The baptism, prepping for this trip I just got back from. It's Q1, so I'm back at work and stuff. But and then in the midst of all that, I'm still trying to honor the season I'm in, which is resting from a very rough holiday season. So I can honestly say that I have not mastered, but I've learned how to better prioritize my moments in my life. Like, I know when I need to just take a step back. I know when it's time to move this way and that way. Like, I feel like last year taught me not only about how strong I am, but also about how flexible I am too, and how intuitive I am. And so, like, I appreciate that, But I'm ready now to get back into the swing of things. I've missed y'all so much. I just asked God to let me know when it was time for me to start vlogging again, and it's time for me to start vlogging again. Expect vlogs, sit down videos. I'm trying to find an area in my home that looks good, like on camera. I pray when I get ready to edit this, it looks good, but this is just like a little nook area in my living room area. But we'll keep moving around until I find a space that I really, really enjoy. But yeah, expect some sit down videos, some travel. I know my birthday is in April, but this year for me, I am grinding. So I'm not doing anything overly elaborate.